There's no one photo that can define 2020, so we asked photojournalists, from around the world to share their efforts to capture this unprecedented year.
I knew that I was there and it was important for me to be there, to be able then to tell the world what was going on.
Images tell stories, and that's how you have to bring very creative images and present before the people that, see, this is what is happening.
My name is Francesca Volpi. I'm a photographer based in Italy. I've been working as a photographer for the past 7 years.
My name is T. Narayan. I'm a photographer for the last 35 years, based out of New Delhi, India.
My name is Stephanie Reynolds, and I'm a photojournalist covering American politics.
2020, it's been an unprecedented and an incredible year. I've never covered a pandemic or an epidemic before, but I quickly learned how to use the proper PPE while on the field. The scariest part was to come home, and because I was afraid that I could have infected my relatives and close ones. It was also scary to be in the ICU and being so close to the people suffering.
Sono qui all'ospedale di Cremona, stiamo per entrare nel reparto di terapia intensiva.
In Italy we had the biggest and the strongest outbreak at the end of February, beginning of March, and I was able to cover that for Bloomberg. I went to various situations and I was able to communicate and tell to the world what I was witnessing.
I've been covering politics in Washington for the past 2 years and started photographing some of the presidential campaigns in the middle of 2019. Every part of the election was different because of COVID. Everything had to be adjusted, and I just think it's really interesting to have the opportunity to document what this election cycle looked like under circumstances that nobody had ever seen before.
This is where this image was taken in one of the banquet halls in outer Delhi. They started converting them into quarantine centers because ICUs were full, hospitals were full. So these banquet halls, since they were huge, we could accommodate a lot of temp beds there. Getting into that zone was a very difficult situation where you are getting into a place where there are already 500 people who are COVID positive, and then you are taking a risk of your life. Then you have to wear your PPE kit, sanitize yourself properly. You have to take every precaution,
This photo was taken on the 26th of March 2020 in Ponte San Pietro in the province of Bergamo, northern Italy, where the local authorities had set up a temporary deposit for the coffins containing the bodies of those who had died after contracting COVID-19. The number of deaths was so high in the area that local funeral services, hospitals, and institutions couldn't cope up with the number of coffins, so they had to organize for military trucks to come twice a week to collect the coffins, to take them to crematories outside of Bergamo.
Photojournalism is all about capturing the moment from the right spot, and because of social distancing and making sure everyone was safe, we all had to adjust and learn how to make interesting photos from marked positions or from a distance that was a little farther back than we may have liked.
These health workers, nurses, doctors, all these people, they are really an inspiration, because they are the ones who are in the front line and fighting. So these kind of inspirations, really inspires you also to get into the field and tell the story, what exactly is happening. If I don't show a picture tomorrow that this was the scene and this is this thing, then what's the point? What will people know? Images tell stories, and that's how you have to bring very creative images and present before the people that, see, this is what is happening.
Big thank you to Austin Brown for that piece.
The biggest stories the moment they happen from around the globe. Subscribe to Bloomberg Quick Take now for insight in an instant.